I'm Matthew Handley. Join me on Saturday mornings as we take a look at our community and world from a Catholic perspective on Michigan Mornings Saturday. We'll discuss local news, touch on our weather forecast, feature interviews and original content, plus take a look at the best segments of the week from Ave Maria Radio. Michigan Mornings Saturday begins Saturday, July 18 at 8 a.m. on Ave Maria Radio. Good morning, Ron, and good morning, everyone. It's Friday, July 10th. Here's what's happening. Tensions remain high between the U.S. and Iran. The U.S. launched a second round of military strikes against Iran, with Trump saying they were retribution for Iran firing on 3 cargo ships in the Strait of Hormuz. Iran then launched missile strikes against Gulf nations that host U.S. military forces, but there were no reports of injuries or significant damage. Trump made his comments about the end of the ceasefire at the NATO summit in Turkey, adding he wasn't ruling out talks continuing to end the war with Iran. An evidentiary hearing in the trial of the man accused of murdering Charlie Kirk will resume today. In a video interview that was played in the Utah courtroom yesterday, Tyler Robinson's former roommate and romantic partner, Lance Twiggs, told investigators Robinson allegedly expressed regret after the shooting. They also showed images of the bolt-action rifle Robinson allegedly used to kill Kirk. The judge will decide if there's enough evidence against Robinson to proceed to trial while the hearing concludes, which could happen today. A federal appeals court has ruled that Maine can exclude religious schools from public funding if the schools refuse to abide by the state's gender and sexuality-related non-discrimination laws. St. Dominic Academy in the Diocese of Portland has sued for injunctive relief from the requirements since they would not adhere to rules that included facilitating gender transitions and using preferred pronouns. Adele Keim, an attorney for the Beckett Fund for Religious Liberty, which represented the school, told EWTN News there is a silver lining in the ruling. The court also ruled that the state cannot dictate hiring practices or religious expression on school campuses. The Trump administration has deported 11 more migrants under a policy of sending them to countries not of the deportees' origin. News Nation's Alicia Neve says they went to the southern African kingdom of Eswatini.
It's tucked between South Africa and Madagascar, and it's actually a kingdom, the last absolute monarchy in Africa. It's ruled by King Mswati, who has 16 wives. The U.S. has a $5.1 million agreement with the monarch to send the deportees there. This is the 4th group the U.S. has sent to Eswatini since 2025, making it one of the more active destinations for Trump's third-party deportation program, a program that human rights groups have attacked for its lack of transparency.
There have been 29 migrants deported to Eswatini so far. And Fiat is donating 30 electric vehicles to the Vatican City State to help support the daily operations of the city government. The initiative is part of the Ecological Conversion 2030 program launched by the Governorate of the Vatican City State in 2023, which is seeking to have the Vatican's car fleet reach zero emissions by the end of the decade. I'm Matthew Handley and Ron Finn. That is the news this morning.